Welcome to World Monologue Games 2024. You're watching the Endurance category and the region is the Americas. We do have strong language and adult themes at the game, so if you're sensitive to any particular subject matter, it could be in the show. Please hit the like or subscribe button or leave a comment for the actors. Voting lines will be open for 48 hours from the end of this broadcast, so if you'd like to vote, a link will be available in the description of this video. Enjoy the show.
Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Bless me, Father, for I have sinned. It has been... Well, honestly, I don't know how long it's been since my last confession. Like, at least a year. Maybe 3. Okay, fine, it's been at least 10 years, okay? And yes, I can feel the judgment, alright? Even though there's this wood panel thingy in between us, I can feel the judgment seeping through. It's palpable, okay? You happy? I'm a singer. Well, I sing. You know, I posted this thing on TikTok last week and it got like almost 1,000 views, so... But yeah, I mainly work at the Crown Cafe. Anyway, I'm here to confess to the sin of... shit talking, I guess? Like, what would you call that? I mean, my mom calls it the sin of being a smart ass, because, like, she's the whole reason I'm here, because she heard me shit talking Jason. But, like, Jason sucks. Like, honestly, he is the worst. And it wasn't like I was talking about him to everyone, okay? I was just talking about him to my mom, and then she was all like, well, it doesn't sound like you have a very forgiving attitude towards Jason. You need to go to confession. But, like, honestly, he deserved it. You know, he's the one that should be stuck in this wooden box with this panel with these creepy-ass cutouts, not me. Not that I am not enjoying spending this time with you, Father. Like, it is really just awesome. Oh, gossiping. That's what it's called. I'm here to confess to the sin of gossiping. About an asshole. 'Cause that is what Jason is. Just a hairy asshole. Like, I don't get it, Father. Like, all that I ask for is honesty and communication, okay? That is it. I'm not even asking for commitment. What is so hard to get about that? Like, what is wrong with men? Not all men, Father. Like, I am sure that you are great at communication, because you communicate all the time with... And I bet you never left him on red, right? Sorry. But, like, really, what am I doing here? Like, I didn't do anything wrong. I mean, he's the one who used friendship to get into my pants. He's the one who invited me over to help him plant his garden, the dahlias. He was the one who reached over because he said I had dirt on my face. He's the one who kissed me. And I told him that our friendship mattered to me, and he said that it wouldn't affect us being friends. That our friendship was too deep for sex to affect it, and I believed him. Oh yeah, I guess that's another thing I have to confess to, the sex thing. But it only happened once, you know, because like after he got what he wanted, he just, you know, poof, vanished into the nether. And I called and I texted and just like nothing for months. And you know, I was a really good friend. I was there for him. I was there when his aunt died. I was there, like, I literally held him in my arms when he was in tears after his last breakup. And I was there with teas and soups and tissues, like the expensive tissues, you know, the lavender ones with the lotion so they don't dry out your nose. And then when I needed him, where was he? Where was he? Who was he? Who was that person, Father? He was an illusion. He was a dream. He was never really there. You know, so I guess that I was actually alone. I am alone. I'm so tired of being lonely. You want to know what the worst part is, Father? Yeah, the worst part is that there is still a piece of me that wants to make excuses for him. You know, that like maybe his phone has been dead for months. Or maybe he moved somewhere with no cell service. Like Antarctica. Or maybe he was abducted by aliens. Hey, Father, do Catholics actually believe in aliens? Anyway, it doesn't matter because he wasn't abducted by aliens and he, did not relocate to the Antarctic, and his cell phone most certainly is working. Because Jason texted me yesterday and he said that he had decided that we needed to take space in our relationship because he was worried that I had too deep of feelings for him. Forget what he said about how sex wouldn't affect our friendship. And, forget that he started dating someone almost immediately after we slept together. And, if his girlfriend doesn't want him to talk to me, I get that. I understand if she's not comfortable with it. That is fine. Because it's not about the sex. It's not. Honestly, I don't even care about that. Sorry, Father. But it's true. Honestly, I don't care. But the fact that he lied to me, and he tried to make me think that it was my fault because I was in love with him. You want to know the funny part, Father? I was never actually in love with him. I wasn't. But I did love him. I loved him because we were friends. And there is still a part of me that wants to believe that he did care about me. Does care. But he didn't. He doesn't. Because if he cared, he wouldn't have done what he did. Because he knew. He knew all of my triggers. He knew my past. He knew what would hurt me the most. And he put his finger on the trigger. And he pulled. And he didn't care that I was standing right in front of him. So yeah, I guess my mother is right. I don't have a forgiving attitude towards Jason. Because I don't forgive him. I don't forgive him. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
Hi. I know you probably didn't expect for me to be at your door at 2 in the morning, but you busy or? Sorry, I can see that I woke you up. Well, it's actually not the only thing that I can see, if you know what I mean. It just kind of popped up at me. That's not the first thing that I noticed. It's not a big deal. Not like that. I mean, yours is big, but I mean, it's not a problem because I've seen it before. Well, not yours specifically, obviously. I mean, I've just seen a lot of other big, well, I wouldn't say a lot. I would just say that I've seen an appropriate amount of them. Anyway, I came to talk to you. No, surprisingly not about your boner, Clay. It's actually serious. It's important. Every book that I've read and movie I've watched over the last couple months, there's always a character who has to live with some major regret. Every one of these characters, they've been different ages and in different stages of their lives, which made me realize that regret doesn't have an age limit. That someone can regret something that they did or didn't do even after 60 years. I don't want to be one of those characters, Clay. I can't be. I have regretted not telling you something for the past 4 years, and I cannot possibly imagine sitting with this for another 40. And then it dawned on me that I have never, not in this entire friendship, regretted being honest with you, so I know I won't now, no matter the outcome. No, hold on, I need to finish. So there's something I've been keeping from you. We know everything about each other, right? I mean, I know all the basics, all the surface level shit, like what you like and what you don't like, what you hate and what you love, but then I also know this version of you that not many people do. I know what you're passionate about. I know how you really got that scar above your lip. I know you tell everyone your favorite movie is Step Brothers when it's really The Notebook. I know what your biggest fears are. I know how you feel everything so deeply. I know you can only sleep with one sock on, which is weird, by the way. It's just weird. Now, I don't know if it's a symmetry thing with you, but please know I will be revisiting that at a later date. But my point is, we know everything there is to know about each other. And we're still the best of friends. But learning about you for all these years, I've learned something about myself. I learned that I don't just love my best friend, but that I'm in love with every part of him. And I keep trying to find faults in good men, but the only fault I can find is that they aren't you. I kept telling myself that I would rather keep you as a best friend and lose you as a lover than risk telling you and risk losing you as both, but I can't do that anymore. Somewhere down this 4-year line, the fear of missing out on what could be with us became far greater than the fear of not having you around at all. And I know that I'm going to piss people off. I know that, Clay. I know. But I have spent the last 28 years of my life worrying about everybody else, putting everyone else before me, so I am finally putting myself first. I'm finally doing what I think will make me happy. I know that this is a lot, especially before coffee and sunrise, but I needed to tell you. Even if there is just a 1% chance that you feel the same, I need to know. I can't move on without knowing how you feel. Clay, we have loved each other through so many different things in life, and if you can't love me through this, I get that. I don't know. Maybe I'm just seeing what I want to see, but I see the way you look at me. And I know what it means because I look at you the exact same way. It's always you that says risk and reward, so here I am, risking everything in hopes that the reward is getting to spend the rest of my life being in love with you. So please, don't ask her to
I've been fantasizing about this moment since we were children, and I had so many scenarios. We would go to a carnival, get on the Ferris wheel, it would get stuck. We would be playing truth or shoot with your dad's hooch. We would have one of our sleepovers, and right before we fell asleep, I would look deep into your eyes. Or I would save you from a burning building, and after you finished coughing and thanking me for saving your life, I would just say it. But my favorite was just walking home from school. Every day before we would head out, I would think to myself, today is the day. I'm just going to blurt it out. Cut the shit. I know. And you would love it. But I never imagined it would be like this. I didn't want it to be like this. I mean, this means that I found out that you were nothing like me at all. Baby, do you know that whenever I think this is what it's like to be in love or to hate someone, to be sad, angry, happy, or to even grieve, it's always been when I was with you. I don't want anyone. I don't cry for anyone. I don't need anyone. But I have a soulmate. Which is why when I found out you were sleeping with him, I only felt like one of you cheated on me. And that would be you. You never had any intentions of being with me. He was supposed to leave me and be with you. I mean, what was that you were saying when you were looking into my husband's eyes? She's bleeding us dry. She's not who you think she is. The only way we can get rid of her is to expose her. What? You do know he came home and screwed my brains out right after you told him all of my dirty little secrets. He even took the opportunity to tell me what had been going on between the two of you. As if I didn't already know. So here we are. A year and 2 months to the day that I found out that my chemise was nothing like me. And why would I ever think you were? I mean, you weren't evil. You weren't even that bad. You were just jealous and therefore more bitter than most. And you were always jealous of stuff you could obtain for yourself or of things you didn't understand. Your weight, your career, all within your control. Graham needing me by his side. Graham just needing a woman like me. I mean, the sexual proclivities alone. Things you don't understand. No, I never imagined it would be like this. But it's my fault. I should have shown you who I was a long time ago. I should have given you the opportunity to say, hey, me too. I should have been brave enough to have the conversation. The what does this make us conversation. Well, what does it make us now? I mean, there are terms for it. More like, what does it make me? I mean, what? Am I a narcissist? God, I hate the internet. Definitely not a narcissist. They're way too boring. Sociopath? Well, I can see how you would think that up until this point. But no. I'm a psychopath. I mean, I do have you slightly sedated, handcuffed to the bed with a bandage going over your mouth through the back of your head so as not to leave any suspicious marks. And I am going to kill you. Wait, I am killing you. It's in the drip. No. Definitely not the first time I've done this. I mean, it is the first time it's been this nice. It took me 1 year and 2 months to get all of this to align. And in that time, the only dream that I've ever had has turned into the fantasy of killing the woman I love. I wanted to beat you with a pipe. I wanted to cut you, slice you, stab you, kick you, punch you, crush you, bleed you out. Even now, I just want to bite so deep into you. But can't do that. Not to someone you love. Because you'll get caught. You'll leave something behind. So just like when you would sneak some idiot frat boy into our dorm room, I just get to watch, baby.
Here you are. Nice seeing you again. Has been a while since we met. Truffles. Go on. Delicious. I dressed up for you today. You love fancy dresses, don't you? You remember me. It was my first year of school when I dressed like a cat. Little white soft cat. When I finished the dance, everyone loved me. It made me feel unique, important, talented. I begged my mom to allow me to keep the costume on the rest of the day, and she gave me a coin to buy a sweet to celebrate my success. I ran to the shop just around the corner, and you were there. I did stand in front of the counter. Can I have that chocolate, please? Come in, you say. You can have any sweets you like. I just have a coin. Come in, don't worry about that. Go to that shelf and pick any sweets you want. I hesitated, but couldn't resist the temptation. And then you said, come here, little sweet cat. Sit on my lap. And I did. I won these sweets for free. I have my chocolate, I kept the coin, and have the admiration of everyone. What a successful day! Why am I here? I wanted to surprise you. I know you didn't invite me, but I have learned some tricks, so I got the counter sign. And they let me in. Surprise! You're looking good. Yeah, I mean, almost young and healthy. It wasn't always the case. When all those memories hit me up, look at you, in detail. You were a disgusting, nasty bastard. You still are. You haven't changed a bit. I'm sorry for you. Personal growth comes with change. It is true. By the way, I really struggled to choose my outfit for today. I have thought a lot about it. Do you remember the leopard print dress? I'm sure you do. I never forgot it. never really liked it. But that woman insisted it is the perfect fit for you. And you get to keep it after the event. It's a very expensive designer dress. It was your design, wasn't it? It didn't mean anything to me. And then the after party. And you were there. Your free sweets. Free sweets for everyone. And that night, you told me to war. The red and yellow exploded. There was red and yellow everywhere. We all sweat, 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 sweat. I did enjoy it for a while. It opened the fountain. It broke the barriers. Until I realized every time those colors were so bright, I was losing it bit by bit. And you were taking it bite by bite. What do you think about my outfit of today? Not a word? Oh, a cat got your tongue, huh? Oh, sweetheart. Oh, I hope you still like cats. Meow. I've chosen black. I think it suits me. You can call it change or personal growth, but still a cat. I'm sure you have preferred for me to dress like a lioness. That was your pick. Let me alone in that room, listening to the lion roaring, ready to take my cups. All my red bled out, not a single drop left. I lost it all. My sweetness, my red, my yellow, everything. I became Well, I'm sorry if you didn't like it. I hope you at least enjoyed that truffle. It is my special recipe. Not like a sweet sweat though, more like a frozen dead. Oh no. No. Don't panic. You can move anyway. Did I show you my tail? I'm here to take my red back.
I haven't told that story in a while. No. I mean, I don't mind sharing. It's just been a while. But no, I don't mind telling the story. So it goes back to early May, and man, let me tell you, we was all over the place. We were up and down, shore shopping, or shall I say store hopping. And literally for some reason, I remember being so frustrated. I was, because for some reason, I just couldn't find the right dress. You know what I mean? For me, one that said, me. I mean, you know what I mean? Yeah, it just nothing was just quite right for me. And Tina, she kept saying over and over again to wear her dress. And oh my gosh, I remember back then she used to say, "Child, back in my day, all the boys used to love me. I mean, when I wore that dress, I used to look so steamy." Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. See, I'm even starting to act like her. I mean, it's funny because that's Tina for you. You know, she's kind, loving, silly, funny. She was always joking around. Yeah, and so I finally gave in. I decided to finally wear her dress. So anyway, fast forward to prom night. It's okay. Everybody was there. My aunts, my uncles, my brothers, my sisters. Oh, and my boyfriend. He looked so handsome in his suit. We were at the top of that staircase in the dress. It had flowers at the top, and diamonds in the shirt. I'm sorry. So anyway, my parents went to go get the Canon camera to take photos of us. And all of a sudden, my mother's phone rings. So she decides to go out. You know, she was only gone for a few moments. But when she came back, her face looks as if she got hit by a bus. That's how it looked. And I said, "Mama, what's wrong?" She comes closer to me and she says, "Oh, honey, Tina fell from her hotel window earlier today." The thing is, I never knew Tina was hurting. I never knew she was suffering after all these years. So anyway, I decided to go to prom. My boyfriend wanted me to go, and I knew Tina would. I didn't want to let my boyfriend down. He wanted me to stay, but I decided to go. I hit it well, just like she did. I'll always love Tina. Always. And everybody definitely loved the dress.
Yes. Ladies, and so to speak, gentlemen, I am not happy. I've grown into a half-wit, a non-wit, but essentially what you see before you is a very happy father, and essentially that's the way it's supposed to be, and I certainly wouldn't want anything different. I've been married to my wife for 33 years. I can say that those are the best years of my life, or sort of, so to speak. You know what I mean. But they have passed in one happy twinkling of an eye. Oh. And frankly, I don't give a good goddamn anymore! Anyway, I don't think she's here yet. So I can say whatever I feel like. I'm really afraid. She terrifies me whenever she looks at me. And here's another thing. She never invites anyone to dinner. All my daughters are unmarried, and they've been unmarried for a very long time now. Anyway, and that's because she never invites anyone to dinner. She's a cheap, stuck-up old shrew. Now, you. This is between you and me. This is confidential. You can meet my wife's daughters on all major holidays at their Aunt Natalie's. She's the one with the rheumatism, who always wears the yellow dress with the black dots that makes it look like she's got cockroaches crawling all over her. She always has something to eat. And after dinner, if you want a little, you know what I mean, a little drink. Of course, I have to point out it only takes one little shot to get me drunk. Which makes me feel good inside, but at the same time, I get so sad I can't even tell you. I start thinking about when I was young, and how I went to the university, and how I had dreams, and how I want to run away. Run away! Where? I don't care where. Just run away from all the evil, mean things I have to live with. Just run away from that evil, evil miser of a woman I'm married to. Just run away till I get far, far, far away, far away. And then I'll stop. I'll stop in a field somewhere. Yes, and I'll stand there like a fence post or a tree or a scarecrow. Yes, and I'll stare up at the big, enormous sky. At the enormous, shining moon, and forget it all. Oh, how I could forget it all. If only I could get out of this ugly old tailcoat I got married in 33 years ago. The one I manufacture the students' notebooks in. The one I give lectures in to charity. Well, take that. And that. I know I'm old. I used to be young. I went to the university. I had dreams. No. I used to be an honest man. And now, I don't want anything. Just want a little peace and quiet. Just a little peace and quiet. Y'all wouldn't mind mentioning my wife, she's here. I wouldn't mind mentioning that the old bag of bones, snake in the grass, I mean me, behaved with dignity. Y'all wouldn't mind saying that I behaved myself. She's watching. As a direct result of this, as we can see, smoking cigarettes is by no means advisable because it contains a very powerful toxic agent, which I have just described. We see, smoking cigarettes is not a good idea. I bid you adieu. Dixiet, anima, lovivi. I have spoken and lifted my soul.
I like it back here. This is big time. I'm gonna be big time. I ain't gonna drive. I'm gonna be driven in something big, black, and government looking. This is fancy pants. I'm gonna be fancy pants. Tonight, I'm gonna know how it feels like to be one of them. Special people. No standing in line, no waiting for nothing. People wait for you when you're somebody. And they don't mind. Because you're somebody. It doesn't even matter who you are, just as long as you're somebody. But I know something that most people don't. It's totally made up. Fancy people ain't no better than me. They ain't no better than you. They just keep telling us that like it's supposed to matter. But it's totally made up. And they believe that it's real, but it's not. Totally made up. They are making this up. And they've been making this up for so long, they've forgotten they're making it up. Saying the sky is green for 1,000 years doesn't make the sky green. Saying we're less than them doesn't make us less than them. Although they want to believe that it does, or I don't know. Yeah, being in the back of a limousine is a whole lot better than being sent to the back of a bus. Imagine pulling up to an awards show on a transit bus. No matter how glamorous you looked, I bet they wouldn't let you on the red carpet. But that's how most people are. We all ride the bus. All those dresses and limos at the show are all rentals anyway. It's not real. But it's made to feel that way. It's their way of letting us know that we don't belong. Well, I belong. Everyone belongs. That's why I needed this car. And I want to apologize. I had no right to put you through what I'm putting you through. This gun? It's not even loaded. I've spent my whole life cleaning up after the person who is supposed to be in this seat. The world loves her. She's a somebody. She's a movie star. It doesn't even matter that she mistreats me and a whole bunch of other people behind closed doors. She's a somebody. Her job is to play pretend and make it look hard. My 7-year-old niece can act better than them. I suppose it has to do with attitude. Tonight, she fired me. Decades of service and dedication, and she gets rid of me like a worn-out towel. So I took her phone and I locked her in the bathroom. And I took her limousine. That's you, in case you were wondering. And now you know that I don't have any bullets in that gun. You'll probably take me to the police. Well, I just wanted to know how it feels like to step out onto the red carpet. Me in my work clothes, emerging from the back of a limousine, and all the paparazzi taking pictures. And for a moment, even though it was made up, I would be somebody. I'm sorry I'm putting you through all this, and I won't be causing any more trouble. I know what you have to do. Where are you going? The police station is the other way. Is that the red carpet? Will you get in trouble for this? I don't want you to get in trouble. You're right. You didn't know that the gun wasn't loaded. How could you possibly know that? I don't know how to thank you. You're better than them. I hope you know that. I guess this is it. Oh, well, wish me luck.
Alright, thanks for watching. If you'd like to help select who goes through to the global finals, you can vote for your 2 favourite performances from the show. A link to the voting form will be available in the description of this video for 48 hours from the end of the broadcast. Please note that you do have to vote for 2 performances, not just 1, and you can only vote once per show. If you want to see our other upcoming events, please check out worldmonologuegames.com. See you next time.